What's up, y'all? Shook here, back with another video on the Holy Priest, doing some 2v2 with Plum on his Demon Hunter. These games are from the second week of the War Within Season 3. A lot of these are placement games, and the MMR is kind of all over the place, anywhere between like 2100 all the way down to 1970. We faced quite a few Mistweavers, and honestly, Holy Priest kind of felt okay. I wasn't using Ray of Hope in a lot of these because I'm just flat out a Ray of Hope hater. I am definitely not a big fan of that spell, and that's not to say that it's not good. It's a great spell, and if you're playing Solo Shuffle or 3v3, you should probably use it because it's just another major cooldown. Anyways, this first match is against a Mistweaver and a Demon Hunter, and you can see we caught the Mistweaver kind of out in the open, and we were able to take him down. This next match is against a Frosty K and a Holy Paladin. I'm going to stun him right there, trying to get his IBF. He doesn't really fall for it. I'm going to go ahead and lay the Sunwell, and he wants to double grip us into a blind. Actually was able to dodge the blind and the dragon. I'm going to fear him. You can see him kind of lagging all over the place. I'm going to use Divine Ascension here, fly up in the air, try and waste a lot of his Pillar of Frost. You can see Plum doing big damage to the Holy Paladin over there, but they do chunk him, so I'm going to use Guardian. Plum is going to go ahead and cage the Death Knight, and I'm going to stun the Holy Paladin. We're going to try and do a little bit of pressure here. Plum gets blinded. I'm trying to dispel him out of that. And we still have quite a bit of pressure. I'm tossing out my Holy Fire on the DK here. He decides to strangulate me, which is really good for us. That means his next go he won't have strangulate. I was going to do the Mass Dispel, but it looked like I was going to miss it, so I just canceled it. Plum's going to get back on the Holy Paladin. So this is one of those scenarios where I talk about when I'm on the Holy Paladin, where you should use Blessing of Spell Warding instead of Bubble, because now if we get a bunch of pressure on this Paladin, he basically won't have an out, whereas if he would have Blessing of Spell Warding first, then he would have an out against Plum, because he can bubble afterwards, but you can't do it in reverse. He does get Tears Deliverance off, and there's his wall. We're at like 50% dampening. You can see me just kind of spamming Smite here. I'm going to go ahead and chastise him. He's barely coming up, and he just wasn't quite able to last long enough to get the Lay on Hands or the Blessing of Spell Warding, and we do take him down. And there's the DK Strangulate, but Plum is able to stun on it, and I still have Angel Form and quite a few other outs there. So this next match is against a Holy Paladin and an Armed Warrior. And it looks like he's trying to spam Repent Plum. Actually didn't notice it until I was already over here. So I'm going to go ahead and lay my Lightwell, and then Plum's just going to zoom over here. Also did my Fear too early, so just a double blunder at the beginning of this match. But again, these are placement games, and I can kind of already tell with how the Warrior's DRing me and not doing a lot of pressure, and that we're going to be fine. I do fly up in the air just to get the MD. They go ahead and shout, and I mean they're basically out of cooldowns this early in the game, so essentially the game's over as long as I don't just randomly get one shot or something. I'm going to run over here and try and stun the Pally, actually trinket for it, just because there's a good chance we take him down since he still has forbearance, and we do end up taking him down. So really quick one. I had a feeling that this one was going to be kind of another early placement game. I do have Apotheosis left. Plum's just going to go ahead and lay Darkness because there's no sense in holding it. And sure enough, it was another placement game. This next one is against a Feral Holy Paladin. So this one's going to be a lot tougher. Just Feral Druids in general versus Demon Hunter is not a great matchup. Feral's really good in 2v2. Especially if he can get, a lot of his bleeds going. I'm going to go ahead and cast one of the premonitions and use Power Infusion, so it has like a reduced cooldown, and you can see me kind of tossing Prayer of Mending, and it's going to bounce back and forth. I should honestly probably move a little bit closer. I'm going to use a Feather here to try and catch up to them, but I get slowed by his Consecration. And they're just trying to bait Plum into a bad position. Plum's just trying to do like max damage here, so he's just going to chase. We weren't in comms for any of these, so It's just kind of how it is with a lot of the Holy Priest games. Like, your positioning matters a whole lot, especially for Guardian and all sorts of stuff. So I do get cloned here. And it looks like Plum's just going to be okay. Now the Repentance could be a little hairy. I actually didn't even notice him casting that because I think there was a split second where I probably could have deathed it. It looks like Plum was able to glimpse maybe the Searing Glare, and I thought he was going to clone me, so I used Greater Fade. So that's kind of unfortunate. Wasted my Greater Fade there. Now I'm going to get the Double Fear, which is really good for us. It gets the Paladin's Trinket. Plum gets him in the full big stun, and it looks like the Feral is going to use his stun on him. I'm going to try and MD off the Blessing of Spell Warding. So we won't have it for Bubble now, but that's okay. Because Blessing of Spell Warding is honestly probably a little bit better. It lasts longer than Bubble, and almost all of Plum's damage is magic. So it does get the rep there. Didn't really care about that because it's going to take any and all bleeds off me. So I don't know, not super worried about that. The Feral does Shadow Lock me, so I'm just going to immediately start casting Holy Spells. And that's one thing you can do on Holy Priest. If you really need to cast, just start casting Mind Control on someone, and basically it's a way to bait their interrupt. And then you can cast your Holy Spells. Here comes the Power Infusion. I probably should have been casting the other, whatever they're called, the Premonition spells, just to kind of be cycling through them. It's one of those things where I just don't cast them enough when I'm playing Holy Priest. And also Ray of Hope, again, is probably pretty good here, especially over what I was running. So right here you can see the Paladin baits Plum around the corner because he knows I'm in angel form, and I'm just sitting here like a doofus. And I'm going to use my Feather to try and catch up to him. I'm going to stun the Feral, and I'm going to try and bait him into hitting me, which is really good. He wants to chase me now, and I'm just trying to get him away from Plum because we're at high enough dampening to where Plum can pretty much take down this Paladin. Remember, he doesn't really have any outs besides like Lay on Hands. I think it's his only out left, but it looks like Plum is going to take him down, and he may have already used it. So just one of those things where if it gets to high enough dampening and I can bait them away, then we can get the win. But much tougher match, as you can see. This next one is against a Disc Priest and a Demon Hunter. I wasn't on my mount at the start. You can see they're going to get a huge opener on us just because there was a few seconds where I wasn't able to heal Plum. I'm going to use my Divine Ascension to try and pick him up. So 2 pretty big cooldowns here. And I'm also going to use my Guardian and Apotheosis because we were just getting chunked, and I hate losing in the opener if I still have cooldowns rolling. So this could be one of those things where, well, we may just lose later because I had to use so many cooldowns right there, but I just hate losing in the opener. I'm going to use Greater Fade. He's going to sit here and focus on me. I still have my Angel form available if it gets too hairy. I'm also trying to pull him over here just to root him out of LOS. Now he can kill the root, but it does give me just a few seconds. Looks like he does kill the root pretty quick there. I don't have my Fade, but he does instantly knock me out. And here I'm going to use the Angel form. And you can see me spamming Flash Heal on Plum. That's just to reduce the cooldown of Serenity. And I'm going to pop out and use Prayer of Mending. So it may have looked a little weird, but you don't use mana when you're in that form, so I can just spam whatever I want to, and in that case all I wanted to do was reset my Serenity, and so I can do that by kind of spamming Flash Heal, and it's not a waste, and then I can cast the Prayer of Mending once I'm out of it, so it's just not wasted since he was caged, and this guy's running the Undispellable Cage. It looks like we've kind of turned the tables here. They don't have too many cooldowns left. My Divine Ascension just popped up. Unfortunate with this map that there's random pipes in the ceiling that you can hit, so it's one of those things where I wanted to be a little bit over and not hit that pipe. I'm going to fear the Demon Hunter, he's going to fear Plum, I'm going to dispel him. We almost get the kill right here, but he does get the darkness off, and it looks like he swaps as well. So we do still have our swap available. Power Infusion is coming up, Darkness is about to fade in a second, and we also got their Netherwalk. He uses the Undispellable Cage on him, and you can see me just trying to pump damage and dispel him. I need to dispel Plum out of that stun. Looks like there's their go. We have Guardian back up, so I'm not super scared. I'm trying to bait a little bit. I do get the double fear here. It looks like he's going to go for the fear on Plum. I need to go ahead and dispel him, so I cancel the Holy Fire to dispel him. Plum is doing big damage here, and it looks like he is going to take the Disc Priest down. So kind of a crazy turnaround after our whack start. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed these games. Let me know what you think. If you are new here, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Helps me out a ton. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.